What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel, online at www.whatsupinsthesky.com. Come check out the website, sign up for the forums. The forums are awesome. I tell you what, we have great posts, and even if it's just like 2 or 3 posts a day, come get your space news. Todd's over there putting up images. We got all sorts of good people. I could sit here and list a name for a while, but here we go. This is the latest one of the latest Saw 1400. Tonight I'm going to be on Richard C. Hoagland's Other Side of Midnight show, so I wanted to get this out early for you today. It's been a while since I've done a video. The last one I did was riding around the yard in my little go-kart that I put together for the nieces and nephews. So check this thing out. Rover's up and working. We're out of safe mode. I haven't got a chance to do space news yet, but it's funny how when you get to they basically got their extended mission, put up a tweet that had that weird looking thing in the background, teased us a little bit, and then went offline. But check the stuff out. The first thing, Rami Bar-Elan had put this out on something, one of his pictures on exclusive Mars images, and I noticed these blocks up here right away. And along with some other cool stuff that's on here. Look at this block up here. Now, if this isn't the work of tooling or some sort of shaping, I haven't seen it. I mean, it's pretty amazing. It's perfectly straight. The block itself looks like it's cracked off of something. Like I said, like everything else on Mars, we call it Uncle Jake's junkyard here. Good old Terry Fleming from old Paris. He's from Paris, out in France. He he named it Uncle Jake's junkyard because Uncle Jake's got a little bit of everything for you. And let me show you how this actually came to us. Here's how you get it. This is directly from the website. Now, I'm using the ones directly from the website. Now, and I always want to tell you this is the 70% JPEG files. I always thought raw images meant, a raw image. It's going to be as best you're ever going to get. Well, NASA and all the other space agencies, they put out, they put the raw images, which are the real raw images, 100% lossless images on the planetary database system 6 months after they come in. That's 6 months is to give their people who created the instruments, who created the rover, a chance to get the data out to the science journals first. The big thing is when you're a scientist is getting your stuff on, science journals. That's like the prize. That's how you get more money. It's just how you get recognition. So we don't really do science journals, don't seem to take anomaly videos and pictures of rocks, but in this one, this is pretty cool. I'll tell you what, we've got just this area alone, we've got stuff all over the place, as always, strewn about. This piece right here, check out over here, we've got once again 90-degree angles that have been curved, beveled. Up here we've got this piece. Look at this thing sticking up. Comes straight up around, comes straight back down, sticking up out of the thing. That's why I say I think it's been washed around, all this stuff. Whatever happened to Mars, it was just totally destroyed. And you have now this leftover, just this Uncle Jake's junkyard of just junk. And God, if we could just get up there and actually go see it. One day we will actually be able to hopefully sift through this stuff. I really do hope we get to that point, humanity, that we can take off from this planet and leave and actually send humans here to see what's going on. Now, look at this piece right here. It's got the circular bottom and it comes up at the top, and once again you've got a 90-degree angle and a 90-degree angle. Now, granted, like I said, these are the 70%. These have JPEG artifacts in them, so it's a little hard to sharpen these things up. So I always try and kind of blur them a little bit first, just to kind of take some of those out. But that's just how I do it. Well, check this out. What do you guys think about that? That to me was cool. That cut right there looked like something I've seen before. There, I had to sneeze. Didn't want you guys to. I wanted to blow your speakers out while I did it. But yeah, it seems like just totally manufactured, just like zoom right off the saw. And I tell you what, there's in Egypt, all over the world, where you find this. I never really realized. In school, they don't, here in America at least, they don't teach you about all of the civilizations that actually were, well, they call them megalithic or whatever, but built with stone, sandstone. Even here in America, we don't get taught about Chocolate Canyon and places like that, near the Four Corners. You don't. it's amazing what gets left out of, when you're growing up, and stuff like this would have fascinated me as a child, because Egypt always did. I was the kind of kid that watched Ancient Mysteries. The one guy, for Robert Stack, on Unsolved Mysteries, and every once in a while they talk about Egyptian or the Mayans, or it always intrigued me to see. And then when I was old enough and the internet started coming around and I started getting into these space anomalies, it was just like, wow, we've got all sorts of. I mean, from Opportunity, well, even from Viking Rover. That's what the show tonight. I'm going to be on Richard C. Hoagland's show tonight as one of the imaging panel guests. For it, today will be the 40th anniversary. Today is the July 20th. I think that's what the day is, isn't it? Today's the 19th, but tonight when we go on the show, it'll be the 20th. It's the 40th anniversary of the Viking lander. So, and Viking lander has its own, anomalies and all sorts of good stuff on it. The first trip to Mars, we it was like a home run. We had all sorts of good stuff. And if you guys check that out, if you get a chance tonight, if you get this before it, but what do you guys think about this? I'm going to keep this one short because it really is not much other to it other than a couple pieces. But if you add, like I said, if you take this and you put it with the whole saw, and I will be doing that, there's a couple more, like, you know, pictures from this day that have, the strangest artifacts on them. Stuff that looks just like that. Stuff, stuff that's kind of blocked off, things that are sticking out. And then, like I said, you would expect that if, let's see, there was some sand, water, destruction swashing around, you'd have pieces coming out and sticking out of the ground like that. This rock face here is pretty interesting too. When you get up close to it, you can see some like I think that's just kind of the image artifacts right now. I can't say anything in particular, but and we're trying to be I'm trying to be if you watch my channel, I'm as honest as possible. That's why I say I see what I see, you see what you see. Who knows what this stuff is? It just could be rock that was shaped by water and wind, but I just don't believe that. Personally, it looked like a civilization. From the beginning of my research, I've seen what looks like metal, molten metal, molten metal mixed with rocks, mixed with like crystalline stuff. And it's something destroyed Mars. Whatever took it out in the fashion that I do hope that we don't see in our lifetimes or ever see here on Earth. Um, because I don't know if the pieces will ever be picked up. I mean, check this out here. This I thought was so cool. It's kind of just like a seashell shape to it with the back. Let me see if I can get that a little bit darker there. See, that's how it came directly from NASA. I always do the auto color when, especially with these, they're the I say butterscotch puke color they send these back as. So I do my own, I guess you could call it white balancing like they do. This piece here is some interesting too. It looks like either volcanic or, like I said again, who knows what kind of heat this stuff was subjected to at what time, what kind of forces, but definitely random stuff just laying all over the place. Now, I want you guys to comment below. Let me know what you think about this. I mean, this is just that straight line. That's what brought me to this picture. Do you think it's odd that there's what looks like it looks beveled out? To me it does from here. It's in a distance, so it could just be, shaved up to here and maybe that's indented in, but it looks like it's actually beveled and it's got kind of the sun, because the sun, if you look at our shadows here, yeah, it would have it under it there. I don't know. Just the randomness of Mars. I sit and I look at these pictures and let my eyes wander. Usually I like to sit back away from it when I do it, or when you're looking at the videos. Sometimes on the cell phones you can see even more than you can on the big screens. And I suggest walking away from your big screen if you don't see something, or checking what you see up close, and then when you walk back. And this is interesting too. Under here, it looks like it. I wish that we that we could just have like an air gun and just blow off all this stuff and see what's under it and do some digging. But I don't think we're going to get to that part yet. But this, like I said, this is the Sol 1400s. That means that for 1400 days, the Curiosity rover has been roaming around Mars. Like I said, it was in safe mode. It is out of safe mode now, of course, and it was in there for about 7 or 8 days. So I think they got a little chance to go do some exploring just to give it a little check out before. If you would see, like I say, that statue from the other day that's kind of like out on that limb there that they tweeted out with the mission extension tease, it called for looking around. And if, like we think, they're slowly disclosing life on Mars in the past, possible. Maybe still life underground. Who knows? I don't think that'll ever disclose here. I think a big step is going to be just life in prior life on Mars. That's going to be a hell of a step, especially for scientists and stuff who have been pushing it back, and they don't even see or even uh, look at that. That's just a rock, no big deal, sandstone, whatever, basalt. That happens, even though it's laying around, stuff that looks totally different. Everything looks strewn about. It looks like somebody took statues and just took the hammer to them. So, all right, guys. Much love to you. Gonna get a little rest. Of course, 3 a.m. When to get on the Richard Show, they do midnight out of California. I'm on the East Coast of the United States here in Maryland, and it takes a little bit to get up and get on at 3 a.m. and then do my job, my day job as IT director for a healthcare company during the day. So, all right, guys. Much love to you and yours. As always, come check out the website. I have, I crop out a couple of the cool things and make them bigger so you can see them. Always check out the website. I tell you, just come sign up for the website. If you haven't been to the website, come sign up. I tell you, there's a lot of good stuff going on there. You can say whatever you want. It's one of those places where there's no trolls. We don't have to deal with them. If you want to come and sign up, it's free. You come look at the website. You don't have to sign up, but to talk in the forums and to get like a profile page, you sign up. So, all right, guys, much love to you. I hope you're having a wonderful time. As always, thank you guys for your well wishes. I haven't been feeling good. I think I said last time I'm antibiotics for 3 months. Month one is down. I'm starting to feel better. Been getting better. So hopefully by fall I'll be 100%. So, all right, guys, much love. Peace.